Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin problem, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
And we're back. What's going on, everybody? I'm back in this, okay? I'm back. I have pictures, okay? We're gonna get in it, go and get on stupid ass show. Y'all know. All right. Okay, can I tell y'all what my angst about this is? This is Weekends on Home, y'all. We have to talk about Ready to Love, which is on its first episode of this season in Miami. Y'all know the first episode of Ready to Love is usually a mosh posh of weird interactions amongst people that we do not know. Therefore, I have to bring notes together from the mosh posh of foolishness that I get from these little quick tidbits. They chop the fuck out of the conversations that people have on Ready to Love, to the point where I feel like y'all be trying to run narratives from jump. And now, like, with doing this as long as I've been doing it, I'm now starting to like naturally pay attention to how many cuts y'all make in one interaction, in one conversation. How many times are we cutting the fucking camera? And the conversation is being cut up, and we see a reaction that seems like an overreaction or interactions that don't match, and we're wondering, what we watching? But y'all know what y'all gonna do on? Y'all gonna release some old ass episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but y'all are never going to release unedited versions of some of these conversations so people can have a clear depiction of what happened. No, we gonna chop this shit up. Okay? And it's exhausting trying to review this show. It is, okay? But I'm gonna tell y'all, it was so exhausting. I watched the fucking episode 3 times, fell asleep on it twice. Finally, when I was able to sit and watch the whole the whole episode that third time, that was when I was like, okay, these motherfuckers might actually be trying to give me something I can work with around here. I don't know yet, though. I don't trust it. Again, the editing is very weird. But you know what I did notice? They must have taken off long enough for Uncle Tommy, nephew Tommy. Nigga is Uncle Tommy at this point. Nigga, you are no longer a nephew. You have graduated to uncle, okay? Uncle Tommy seems a little bit more rejuvenated this season. Last season, son seemed like they came back too fast and he needed a break. He was sitting up there talking to them people like, y'all know I don't feel like doing this. Do y'all really want me to? I don't want to have to raise my voice in here. Like, it really was giving I'm tired and I don't want to be here last season. This season, he seemed like he was back. All right. He was back in the saddle. We were ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start it off. Okay. So in order for us to know who we talking about, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up OWN's website. Okay, I'm gonna pull up OWN's website. And as we go through and talk about each person, I'll pull up their picture. Therefore, I do not have to go and put together a graphic with all of these damn people on it. All right. I hope it works. So April is the first woman that we meet. April is very beautiful. April is 46, but giving 36. She seems to be a lovely woman, but the perception by the men is a little different than I feel like how I felt about her. Her interactions on camera seem to be cool. The men seem to be enjoying her until we got to the end of the episode, child. We'll talk about it later. Her first interaction was with Samson. I like Samson. Okay. Samson was giving, I'm comfortable in who I am. I'm not trying to be no good guy. I'm not trying to be no asshole. I'm just being myself. And I hope that works to my advantage. Okay. Seemed like a cool dude, biracial. Important thing about being biracial for him is his mom was black. Okay. I don't know if y'all know, with black men, it makes a huge difference if the mama was black or white. But, I mean, honestly, I feel like parents, period, it seemed like the more I look at shit on TikTok amongst the biracial children, it seemed like having a black mother usually makes these children a little bit more comfortable in who they are versus when they have a white mother. I don't know. I don't know why. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know if these things. Okay, that's not my experience in my life. Everybody up and around and through me is, usually black peoples. Okay, yeah, you have your few little come in here every now and again, but it ain't enough for me to have no firsthand understanding of what goes on with the interracial relationships and the biracial children. But what I have seen on the TikToks, okay, is that if you got a black mama, you are usually more comfortable in your identity than you are when the mother is non-black. Okay. When you are seen in this world as a black person, as Samson, very much light complected, but still light complected black man, I wouldn't have even guessed he was biracial until he said it. And that's just because I grew up, I'm from New Orleans, y'all. I live around a whole bunch of people that are his color that have two black parents. So, that means nothing to me. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then we move on. Then we saw Trinika. Trinika came in here with tits and hips and body, okay. She was giving, if you want them tits, I got that. If you want those hips, I got that. If you want that ass, I got that. And I was just like, okay, we're leading with the physical. Okay. That's perplexing. I mean, listen, I get it. We can see it, but you didn't need to lead with that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need to lead with the titties. We can see them. They're already in front. All right, girl. Thank you for that, though. Okay. It means the men are going to be trying to smash you and pass you. I want to be wrong, but something tells me that's how they may treat you like that. Okay. This season seemed like we're going to get into the nitty gritties of it all. And I'm excited about it. I want y'all to get into the nitty gritties. And when I say get into the nitty gritties, I want people to act like they doing real shit. Meaning on previous seasons, I feel like folks had been and acting like they wasn't. I think a lot of relationships were going well and then going bad because folks were on this show and they were acting like they weren't. And I feel like this season, the people on the show might be honest enough to say, hey, why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like that? Wait, last night, you know what I'm saying? Lionel, you haven't danced with me all night. Like that. It's going to get real nasty at some point on this season, girl. Okay, and then we have Charisse, y'all. Charisse, boss lady. Charisse is giving Ashley and Giselle's faces mixed together. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but it's giving Ashley and Giselle faces mixed together. Okay, she's a boss. She's an esthetician. She owns her own business. No kids. Okay. Comes off a little cold. Burr. You know what I'm saying? Calvin and Brandy. Let's move on. Calvin and Brandy. Where's Calvin? Where's Calvin? Ooh, where's Calvin? Calvin. Okay. Y'all, I'm sorry. Calvin gives me sketch. Calvin gives me sketch. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. But he had a conversation with Brandy. Brandy's funny. Brandy's a flight attendant. Brandy's open to moving, coming to see a man wherever he may be, girl. And I ain't mad at it. You got your frequent flyer miles. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say she was given thirsty, but it was teetering. It was teetering on thirst, teetering slightly above thirst. Okay, slightly below. I'm gonna say slightly, like right on the line, not above, right on the line. She wants kids yesterday, though. Okay, she's ready for a man to sweep her off her feet. I said, sweep you off your feet for you to be well. You see, here's my thing, y'all. So, like, I feel like y'all. If y'all know how I just went jumped on my husband and was kissing on him in between doing this video, you understand how much I do enjoy the comfort of my man. Because I feel like sometimes y'all think I don't. But I feel like you only show that amount of affection and love for people when they've proven themselves to be safe with it. Okay? So you don't give that type of energy to everybody. There are women that are so quick to let a nigga know that they are trying to be saved. I feel like it gives thirsty when you do that. I'm not telling no nigga that I want to be married tomorrow. No. I just want to see what it's hitting for. If I like you. And then if I like you, can I smash you? And then if I smash you and the smasheration is good, then can I smash you long term? Can I feel safe with you? Are you going to blend in with my family? Are you going to cry if they rib you? These things are important to me. Okay. So I personally feel like I have to get to know a person like in a real, like long-term way for me to feel safe around people. So I often don't understand the way women are always like, I'm dating with intention. Stop dating with intention. Stop. Stop doing that shit. Okay. Because, and the reason why I say that is because I think it puts you at a disadvantage because you can't just enjoy the moment. You're always thinking that every relationship or every date you go on is going to end in your fairy tale marriage. And you really should get that shit out of your head. You really should just marry people when you like, I don't really want to do nothing without you. You trying to do shit without me? And they like, no. And it's like, all right, well, let's get married then. Like, I feel like marriage should only come when the two people really like each other to the point where they want to get married. I don't think you should be like wanting to get married just for the sake of wanting to get married. And I feel like a lot of women lead with, I want a family. I want, and I get it. We got a time clock and all that. But I just want us to stop. I want us to stop. I want us to date these niggas, have a good time. Don't put all our eggs in their basket until they have proven that that's something that they're interested in and they're deserving of. Stop being in automatic relationships with men just because you had sex with them. No. Okay. Stop allowing them to control what you have going on when y'all know there are no parameters on the relationship, meaning y'all are not in a committed relationship, but you finna act like y'all are. And then you're going to expect him to act that way. And then he's going to tell you that y'all don't go together after doing a whole bunch of shit that look like y'all go together. That's why you should always be very clear, straight up front, whether niggas like it or not. Cut the bullshit. Like, if we're going to have sex and all of that, then we should be able to have conversations about if the relationship is just sex, if we are just having a good time, or if it's actually going to lead to a relationship. You should have those conversations with people, okay? But what I'm saying is, stop thinking about every nigga as a possible husband. Stop it. They're not all husbands. They don't all need to be husbands. And I think women should get more in the mindset of living in the moment and enjoying the situation for what it is versus trying to see that person as somebody you need to be married to automatically. Like, I just want y'all to stop doing that. I just want y'all to have a good time. I want y'all to feel safe with people, enjoy them. And then if it's time to let them go, let them go. Stop feeling like you need to hold on to something so you can achieve this like American dream fairy tale shit. And that's what I was getting from Brandy. And I feel like when men hear that, they're going to take advantage of that. When niggas feel like you ain't pressed for that shit, they react a little bit more, I think, astute when it's something that they really want to do. If they really want to marry you, they gonna come at you off rip with that shit and say, oh, I want you to be my wife. You gonna be my wife. I don't know if you know, you gonna be my wife. They'll tell you that shit. They'll come off rip and give you that energy, okay? So I just kind of feel like I want y'all to stop leading with that. Stop acting like you pressed for these niggas to marry you. Because they really be thinking that they holding you on the string because they know you want marriage so bad. Like, girl, stop. No, stop being pressed for that shit. Stop being pressed for that shit. Okay? Let it happen naturally, you know? But anyway, Alonzo. Where's Alonzo? Let's see him. Let's see him. Alonzo. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like it, Alonzo. I don't like it, Alonzo. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, his beard is too black for me. His beard is way too black for me. I'ma just tell y'all right now. Like, please let the gray come in, Alonzo. I feel like you're not even letting the swag occur because you're coloring it with really black dye. And I want you to let the swag happen. Like, I feel like, I don't know why y'all don't realize that, like, especially on black men, I don't know what it is, but the salt and pepper thing on black men is extremely attractive. And y'all like go and color y'all beards and shit because y'all think it makes y'all look younger when really it looks unrealistically dark, and I see it off rip. And I'm like, this nigga is coloring his beard. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. Send it back. So when I saw that, I was like, Alonzo, why you doing that? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But he did it. He's retired though. He's retired. He's in real estate. Okay. He's giving you, I can do whatever I want to do with my life, girl. And there was one woman in particular that was really feeling him. Where's she at? Where's she at? Yes. Kadian. Is it Kadian or Kadian? Girl, I can't remember. I think it's Kadian. Either way, Kadian, girl. Kadian, I don't know. She was feeling him. She looked good in her bathing suit too. But she was feeling him and she's looking for a man with an open schedule. Okay. 34. Okay. I didn't know she was my age. Okay. But she's 34. She owns her own business and she looking for a man that can, you know, if they want to be in a bed hunching all night and then wake up in the morning on Monday and get some breakfast and then go back to hunching and then, you know, just kind of work around a schedule. She want that. And I feel like, girl, I love it for you. I hope you get it. But she really feeling Fonzo. And I was just like, girl, for Fonzo to be 45 coloring in his beard, girl, I think that's red flaggage. I feel like that's red flaggage, girl. But you know, you're going to do what you want to do. So I'm going to leave it alone. So y'all, Tommy comes out and says that 2 people are going home. And so then we commence to more partying and getting to know more people. Another person that is doing way too much with the coloration and the dancery. Okay, Mike. A lot of the women were feeling Mike. It's giving chocolatey goodness. Okay, we love all of the chocolatey goodness. We do. But at the same time, Mike, you don't have to color it. You don't have to color it. It's Kadeen. Okay, it's Kadeen. All right. I don't know why the IAN was throwing me off, but thank you, Kadeen. I knew I wasn't hearing. Like, I was like, I don't think that's what I heard. I couldn't remember what I heard though. His daughter is over 18, so a woman doesn't have to deal with his baby mama. Yes. No, those are good things. Those are all good things. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with these men being older. I just want them to stop coloring their beards and their hair so that they cannot look as old as they are, because honestly, I just don't like the way that looks. I prefer the salt and pepper, me personally. And I feel like most women don't really like for men to color their beards and shit like that. I feel like most women don't like that, but they like to be nice to y'all. And I'm telling y'all, stop being nice to these niggas and tell them they look crazy. That I'm just saying, I'm not lying to y'all no more for y'all feelings. Y'all egos are too fragile as it is. Toughen up. But Mike is really nice looking. He is very nice looking, beautiful teeth, nice body, all of that. Okay, so the ladies were feeling him. Dominica, Dominica. Where is Dominica? Okay, Dominica wasn't too, bothered on him. She wasn't really feeling him like that, even though a lot of the other women were. Dominica is loud. Okay, she's loud. She's gonna say how she feels. She's laughing. She's having a good time, girl. Those pipes are open. Okay, the pipes are calling. Okay, from Glen to Glen. All right, the vocals is like she's all the back and forth, loud. Okay, like listen. I know some of the girls are loud, and then people, get in their feelings about it. I don't need my woman to be heard. I need, what he said, I need her to be seen and not heard. That's what Mike said about Dominica. And I was like, red flag. Red flag. Okay. Child, you can always assume that when men are doing shit like coloring in their beards, it's a reflection of some type of insecurity that they have, which is gonna showcase in their personality in some respect. Every single one of these niggas coloring their beards is probably gonna show themselves to be an ass in one respect or another to me at some point throughout this season. They're all gonna show up to be asses at some point, I'm sure, but it's gonna be something that's aligned with the insecurity, okay? But Mike with the, I want my woman to be seen and not heard. Why? So she can't tell you that you're bleeding all over her sheets. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm sorry. Okay. But I just really want y'all to stop. I'm seeing it more and more. And I wanted to stop. Okay. Sean asked a woman if she wants to go to Cabo. Y'all know how it is whenever we get us the lame nigga. That's no disrespect, Sean. I hate to hurt your feelings, but it's the lame nigga thing, okay? And usually the lame nigga thing is because y'all are disingenuous in some respect. Y'all are putting on airs. Y'all are pretending to be a personality or a type of person that you aren't. You aren't comfortable in your personality and being whatever quirky version of yourself you are. You're going to be nervous in these environments, and so you're going to put on some type of fake persona, which is going to easily be assessed by a lot of these grown-ass women, and then they're going to deem you as lame, and then you're going to get your feelings hurt, okay? So that's what Sean was giving to me. Okay, whenever there's a guy on these shows going around offering to take women on trips, we know red flag. Okay, in the past, it's all been a red flag, Sean. You are a part of a line of men on this show that show up and do way too much early, and they usually go home not soon enough. So the fact that you went home expeditiously, I thought that was funny. Because I believe they kept that nigga from last season on way too long. Was it Corey? There was Corey, then there was Troy. There was another one that fits into this line of men that was doing too much. But anyway, moving on from there, he called himself a walking red flag for being successful and never married. Oh, is that why you think you're a walking red flag? Okay. He was sitting up there talking to Jamala the whole time and could not remember her name. Okay, which was fine with her because she thought he was lame anyway. All right. I appreciate the fact that she's only 33. Her energy was giving real grown woman. Okay, it was giving real. I didn't been through it. Okay. But she says that Sean was giving surface level, it was giving goofy. And then we move on to one of the heartthrobs, okay? One of the men that the women are really responding well to. Where are you? Where are you, Swayze? Yes. Okay, so the thing I don't trust about Swayze, I don't trust any man that doesn't have facial hair but then has a mustache. I'm sorry. What year are we in? What are you, a 5 heartbeat? What is it, 1993? No, I needed to go down. I needed to have something here. So the fact that the mustache is only a little bit, it's only right here, I'm just kind of like, no, I don't trust it. Then he a firefighter. He looks like other firefighters that I've seen. Okay. I don't like it. He was giving, I don't know. It was giving something disingenuous. Is Swayze the one that got his feelings hurt because old girl called him young? Yes, that's him. We're going to get into that in a moment. Kayla the blogger. Okay. I've seen Kayla before. I liked her energy with the men, but there is something, very much something, I don't know. She's a vlogger. She thinks that Swayze is a player, so she's picking up off something. But it's something about her, girl. We're going to have to come back. but it's something I'm feeling. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was the way she felt a way about Sharice talking shit about Dominica. Like Sharice was doing the light-skinned girl thing. I'm gonna, act like I am the barometer for what class is. So if somebody like Dominica with her, her Ika on the back of her name being, beautiful black woman, but being loud or whatever, like in some way being a stereotypical black woman, there's always some light-skinned girl that's gonna make herself out to be some, I'm the class act, so I'm gonna shit on this one and make her out to, seem like she's less than me. I'm doing it behind her back though, and I'm gonna do it in front of all the other women. So Kayla sat there and kind of cackled and laughed, even though in the confessional she was like, that was fucked up, and she gonna tell Dominica about it, but she still sat there and laughed and shit. So I was just kind of looking at her like her energy felt weird to me. Almost like I can't trust that you're a real person on this show. Thank you, Jamie Carter, for the super chat. You got to be 90s fine to pull that off. Ain't. Ooh, thank you for the super chat. Shade. Who else? Okay, so let's get to LJ. LJ is giving Jeffrey. It's giving Jeffrey from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It is. He's from the Virgin Islands. He's in tech, but he says he can sing. He cannot. It was giving against my window. Everywhere. It's giving Michael Jackson, but I can't really sing. Okay. She likes the way I stare. And they say, why? Da 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 da. Why does he do me that way? And they say, why do they do? That's what it was giving. That's what it was giving. I listen. I was like, LJ, mama told him he was a singer. He been believing it ever since. Okay. But yes, he still was getting felt up by a woman. Now listen, somebody lied to him about his singing capabilities, and they should have kept it a buck, and he wouldn't have embarrassed himself on TV. But he did it. He did it anyway. Guess what, though? Shakira liked it. Shakira, is it Shakira? Girl, I wish it was Shakira. But anyway, Shakira is feeling him because he has an accent. Okay, she is a single mom. She's 36, but it was given 28. Like, as far as looks, go girl, go you. Justice. Okay, moving on. We'll come back. Okay, there are more interactions, but we got to get to know these people. So we're moving along. Where's Justice? Justice, or is it? Hold up. This is Justice. They were calling him Justice. They weren't calling him Jawan. I don't know why, but whatever. He was a fan favorite. He's popular. He was somebody that grew up without a father. But they showed us some pictures of his mom and his grandmother, and his grandmother looked like one of them old ladies that'll curse you the fuck out. Okay, there's that. So he was raised by somebody that was gathering him. He had a really good conversation with April. April was feeling him. He tells her that he took care of his daughter that he had when he was 17 and was a better father than his father ever was to him. So that was cool. And she also didn't have her father in her life. Child, not y'all trauma bonding over the fact that niggas ain't shit. Girl, that's funny. Anyway, so Devin, you putting Sharice's toes in your mouth. What was that about? What was that for? I don't know, but that was the moment I realized somebody's trying too hard. Okay, somebody's trying too hard. And usually when they're trying too hard is because they feel like they don't fit in. And I was just wondering, does Sean date, does Devin date black women normally? I mean, y'all want me to lie and say that Devin is not giving, I'm just here because I want to be on the show, but in real life, I don't date black women like that? He definitely put Sharice's whole foot in his mouth while he was in the pool. I was just like, I don't know who gonna want to talk to him after that. We're gonna come back to him because he's problematic. It's time for Tommy to come out and tell folks that Calvin had a family emergency and he had to bounce. I hate to tell y'all. I feel like I'm going to hell. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all that I feel like Calvin old man must have called him and told him, nigga, if I see you on that show, I'm blowing up your whole life. Get your fucking ass off that show. Stop playing with me, Calvin. Stop playing with me, Calvin. Calvin, don't make me blow up. I'm playing. That man probably really did have an emergency with his mom that made him had to hurry up and leave the show and never come back. Okay, I'm just joking. I will leave it alone. Calvin didn't have a family emergency. I'm sorry, y'all. It was absolutely it to me. There, I don't know why, but I literally paused it when he was. I said, I don't know. When he was in the confessional, I said, I feel like he's lying. I don't know why, but I felt like he was lying, and I was like, Calvin, real boo. Cause please don't be mad at me, y'all. It's funny to me, and so I'm gonna just tell y'all. It felt like doo 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 doo. Hey, honey. Hey, Calvin. Hey, love. Where are you? Taping. Taping for what? Ready to love? Ain't that a show? Calvin, please don't. Calvin, please stop. Calvin, we've had this conversation. Calvin was on the phone with somebody that blew him the fuck out. Why would they have him do a confessional? The confessional made it seem like a lie, y'all. I don't know what happened. I could be pulling this out my ass, but it absolutely felt like somebody called Calvin on the phone and was like, Calvin, if you don't stop fucking playing with me and get your ass off that show, get your ass off that show right now. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. But Calvin said good night and good evening. Nice looking man. He's a very nice looking man. Like during the scenes, he was smiling. He had real nice teeth, gums, healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like he had really nice body. He's giving salt and pepper in the beard. He ain't afraid to let it be what it is. Okay. I meant Calvin. I had the picture of Calvin the whole time. No, Devin is the one that I think dates white women. Calvin is the one that I feel like somebody called him on the phone and told him to stop fucking playing with them and gather his things and bring his ass off the set of that show. Okay, gather your things, Calvin. Okay, somebody was on the line. Calvin, do you want Calvin? Listen, Calvin, just on the phone. I'm calling somebody on you right now. I'm calling your mother. Like, all right, I'm done. Do I think Devin played football? I don't know. Probably. He probably did. He said it was a short stint. It was a short stint. Okay. Y'all, I could be totally wrong about it. Y'all know honestly, I feel like probably more men are like, sexually fluid than would like to admit it. I do. But it just be funny to me sometimes when I feel like I be seeing something and I could be totally wrong and I might be wrong. But I still feel like somebody called Calvin and was like, nigga, get your ass up off this show. Okay. So moving on from there, because I just don't feel like it was his mama. I don't know why. It was the way he said it in the confessional that made me feel like it was a lie. Like the way Martell talk when he be lying. Yeah. Trying to think of a lie. Okay. Even though somebody already told you the lie you was supposed to give, never mind. So one more person is going home. So a group of them talk, and this is when Swayze got really upset because Shakira. Okay, anyway, she said that she needs an older man. She doesn't need somebody that's like really young. And he felt offended and started to talk about how when he was 16, his girlfriend was 28. I said, sir, first of all, you proved her point by laughing and joking and having a very childish conversation about something that was very problematic. They edited the fuck out of this scene. And that's why I got aggravated, because I felt like they were editing this scene so much that we weren't hearing everything he was saying or everything she was saying either in that conversation. But either way, for him to sit there and tell the story, and then I forgot who that was next to him that was laughing like the shit was funny. That's not funny for a 16-year-old to have a 28-year-old girlfriend. Then he was like, yeah, she hurt me. She used me up. Yeah, because she's a, ow, okay? She's a, okay? She's a grape juicer, okay? She should have been in somebody's jail, nasty old. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but y'all hoes need to go to therapy and stop with these children, okay? I ain't got time for it. But that shit not cute. That shit not funny neither. So to me, that wasn't a sign that you were more mature, sir. That was a sign that somebody was not there in your household. Therefore, you were able to be taken advantage of by a grown-ass woman when you was in high school. Okay? I don't like none of that. Shakira said, you know, before, I feel like her mama named her Shakira, but she wanted us to call her Shakira, but I'm going to say Shakira. Okay. So Shakira was like, you know, you diss me. And he said, wait, I wasn't dissing you. And she was like, yes, you were. And then this is when they cut the scene up. And he says to her, you got to learn how to dodge. You got to learn how to duck and dodge. And she was like, no, I don't know what the fuck was going on in that conversation, but I learned two things. Okay. One thing I learned is that he thinks fucked up things are funny, and also thought that she needs to be dodging insults or something. You proved her point about being immature with the way you handle the conversation about you being immature. Nobody was talking about you being immature. Shakira said that I need a grown man. I'm 36 years old. I don't want to date a 30-year-old. That's a prerogative. You felt a way about it and then proceeded to not only tell us something about yourself that was absolutely like it was a misread. You thought it was something that you would say that would prove you were, you know, more of an adult at an early age, when really it proved that you probably have stunted growth because somebody took advantage of you at a young age. Like the exact opposite was proved in that conversation. Okay. I also feel like they're trying to make Shakira look like a bitch. I felt that as well. I was like, oh, okay. So we figured out who we're going to make the bitch. Y'all do that. Y'all do pick the girls that y'all going to make the bad guy on the show sometimes. And we can see it a mile away, cutting up conversations and shit. Anyway, Devin tells us about his small stints in the NFL. And then he has a conversation with Sharice. And it was Sharice and Kadeem. It was Sharice and Kadeem that he was talking to at the pool. And he basically said that he didn't have a child, and then corrected himself and said that he did. And then went to explain that he has a 10-year-old son with a woman who was in the lobby of one of his hotels when he was a football player. He basically said a groupie tracked him, and he doesn't want to take the child away from his mother. And so that's why it's been hard for him to see his child. Sharice felt that he was a victim in this, but me and Kadeem were the same person. Kadeem was like, no, to me, it sounds like you're not there for your child and you want somebody to feel sorry for you. Like, that's not about her. That's about you. Go to court if she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing so you can see your kid. Go to court. But a lot of you men, y'all always, oh, I don't want them people in my business. Y'all can go to hell with that rhetoric that y'all tell black women so they won't put y'all broke asses on child support and make y'all pay for these children that y'all need to be paying for. Okay? Like, y'all gonna miss me. Honestly, it is crazy to me how men don't want to pay for their children unless they're having sex with the woman. That's the only time y'all want to be generous and be good fathers and take care of y'all children, is when y'all are with the mother. And then when y'all are not with the mother, it's almost as if the child doesn't matter. And you want to go to other people and get them to feel bad for you because you had unprotected sex with what you call a groupie. She had a baby, and now that son is 10 years old, and you're going around to people still telling them that you don't have a kid. And I feel like if you weren't on reality TV, you would have said you didn't have a kid, but you knew somebody was going to be able to fact check and blow up your spot. So that's the reason why you decided to be honest about it. Sharice hugged him. Kadeem was like, no, Not at all. No, sir. No, God. And I appreciated her for that. And that's why I knew I wasn't going to like Sharice. I knew I wasn't going to like Sharice from jump. But I really knew I wasn't going to like Sharice when that moment happened. Because I'm like, oh, so you're one of those. I'm sorry, y'all. If you're the type of woman that will be in a relationship with a man, you see him not doing anything for his child, and you think that's okay, and you're gonna, act like, well, that ain't my problem, and you low-key happy that he don't do for his child like that, so it doesn't have to inconvenience you, you ain't shit neither. So when you have a baby for him and y'all break up and he don't do right by your child, don't be surprised, okay? So the women are feeling, we're about to run through the men that the women are feeling, okay? Devin was being felt by Patrice. I almost felt like they made some light-skinned pact to try to keep each other from getting kicked off, okay? Since they realized they were in some respect the weakest links. Sharice being cold and, kind of being a little mean to the men. And Devin kind of not really liking black women and saying shit like, I don't have a kid. Oh yeah, I forgot I do. I got a 10-year-old son that I don't take care of because his mother is so difficult. She's a groupie. I said that to Lyric. I was like, he said, she makes it so hard for me to see my son. I said, words never spoken by a mother. Okay, words never spoken by a mother. And I don't mean never because I feel like it happens, but rarely, because I have never seen women just like die and roll over as it pertains to being in their children's lives. They either don't want to be there or they're going to be there. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Either they're going to be there or they not going to be there. Okay. Either they don't want to be a mama, they ain't want to be no mama, they abusive, whatever, or ain't nobody taking my kid from me. There's no in between of, oh, I don't want to go to court, so you can just go ahead and take my child. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the people in my business. So you know what? You just go ahead and take my child. You just go ahead and do that. You ain't never heard no mama say no shit like that. And niggas say that shit like that, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the okay thing for you to feel and say, is that somebody else is making it hard for you to see your child. When we know good and goddamn well that's not how any of this works. But y'all allow men to go on with that lie, to go on with that falsehood, and act as if somebody is stopping them from being a parent to their child. When we know a lot of the times all it would take is for you to go to court and make sure that your child support comes with the visitation and somebody to make sure this is what we're going to do. Y'all can get mediators and everything to help y'all with that, and y'all don't be wanting to do that. You know why? Because you don't want to have to pay for a child, even if it's your child, if you're not with the mother. And then on top of that, y'all be mad that y'all not with the mamas no more. So you think anything you do for the child is helping the mom, and you don't want to help the mom. You're mad at the mom because she don't want to be with your ass no more. Or, whatever the reason is, you're mad about the fact that y'all aren't together. So I'm not going to do for the child because I ain't about to help her go be with nobody else. I ain't about to babysit so she can go do this. I ain't about to give her money so she can go and do that. When at the end of the day, whatever it is, my nigga, you are still not there in an equal amount of time. So whatever she needs, you should be giving it to her because you're not a primary parent. And you made a child with somebody and you get to skate off on everyday responsibility. So stop complaining about child support. Stop. It's sad. It's really like reprehensible. Okay. Niggas in real life every day mad because they got to pay for a child that they had. Devin was a trigger. Devin was a real big trigger for me, girl. Anyway, but yeah, back to who the women actually like besides him. They like Swayze, okay? They like Swayze. I don't know why. I get it. I'm just saying. They like Justice. They like Mike. They like Randall. Okay? They like LJ. They were feeling Samson. They were feeling Zoe. Okay? So the only minute they really weren't feeling, I think Sean and Swayze were put in the bottom, and Sean got sent home. And then Uncle Tommy came out and said they're going to send somebody else home. Excuse me. And that's the women. So then we see Samson and Looney. was the first time we actually saw Looney. We saw them have a conversation. He really liked her. This is when we find out about Samson being biracial, his mom being black, his dad being Persian. His dad passed away when him and his mom had separated. So, you know, that was hard for them. Looney says nobody ever wants to leave her. You know, she's one of those women that, you know, nobody ever wants to leave me. And he was like, why? And she was like, you know, I guess loyalty is just so hard for men to find. I was like, red flag. I said, flag on the play, bitch. Flag on the play. Is that what you think? You really think that men keep coming back to you because you're toxic? Because you're loyal. She talks about how her last relationship was very toxic and she just had to let it go. But I'm like, do you really think there are a lot of women out here that aren't loyal? Yeah, y'all think that's a real problem? Like in your real everyday life, y'all think one of the biggest issues is men not finding loyal women? Is that what y'all think? I don't know. To me, it feels like women need to be less loyal, if you ask me. And when I say that, I mean that loyalty needs to be dependent upon if that loyalty is being reciprocated. Meaning, don't be out here talking about, yeah, these niggas love me because I'm loyal. Meanwhile, he was cheating on you. Girl, what? Why is that a good thing to be loyal to somebody that's a dog? Why is that a good thing to be down for somebody that's not down for you? That is foolishness. Like, when I heard her say that, I was like, girl, what? That's why you think niggas come back to you? Maybe they come back to you because you're easy. And I'm not talking about easy to smash. I mean, you might be one of those girls that always wants to be a man's piece. You know, so y'all stay quiet about things that make y'all uncomfortable. Y'all don't tell the truth to these men. Y'all let them come over there and bang y'all out and have sex that's not as mutually beneficial. Y'all cook plates and all of that. Y'all wash clothes. Y'all want to be dependable. Y'all want to be whatever he need. Y'all don't want to stress him too much. You want to be his piece. Meanwhile, bitch, your edges are thinning. You look tired. Where's the water? You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about her specifically, but I'm just saying women will put themselves through it so that they can uphold this easy, I'm going to be down for you bullshit. Okay. That's why I appreciate the new girl, city girl vibe. It's not real, but I appreciate the vibe of it. Because I feel like I grew up on, I need a ride or die, bitch. Dun, dun. You know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on. You know, Tiny catching charges for T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the women that I grew up watching. And I have now deciphered at my big age of 34 that that's foolishness. Okay? That is utter foolishness. So when I hear women talking about how a man is coming back to you because you loyal, I'm like, them niggas don't even value that like that. They don't value loyalty. They only want you to be loyal because they're stingy and they want to control you and they don't like competition. And if you are fucking with another man, they have to view another man as competition and they don't want to have to compete. They don't want to have to be better at sex than another man. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to have to compete for your affections. That's why everything is now set up for women to fight and compete over men. Because they don't want to have to compete. And women be willing to compete. They be looking to be better than a bitch so that they could, you know, out pussy a girl. You know what I'm saying? My pussy better than, you know, all of that shit. All that bullshit. Okay? Rarely do you hear men talking about how my dick better than yours, nigga. You don't never hear no nigga saying no shit like that. But you hear girls all up and through the reality TV show streets talking about how they puss is top notch, girl. It's a warm, wet hole. These niggas don't know the difference. They don't. What else you doing? Because they be fucking everybody. Okay? Okay. I once lost 30 pounds just from stressing over a man. Girl, I ain't lose 30, but I lost a good 15. I have been there. Okay? I thought you was late 20s. Oh no, girl, I'm 34. Thank you though. Jamala likes Randall and she likes, Jamala likes Randall and Randall likes her. Let's see. Okay, we didn't get to hear a lot from them, but he was cute. I liked him. I liked his energy. Him and Jamala, where's she at? Yes. He really likes her body. He liked her energy. I was like, oh, all right, they cute. I like it. It look good. I'm here for it. Okay. But then Dominica comes over, and that's when Sharice Okay, that's when Sharice started talking real bad about Dominica and how loud she is, and everybody was laughing and shit. The only person that was not laughing and looked honestly bothered by the conversation, Brandy. Brandy sat there and was just kind of like, I'm gonna mind my business, but this bitch ain't right. Like that was the that was the look on Brandy's face. And then I was like, okay, I like Brandy. And then that was when what's your girl? Kayla was like, girl, I'm gonna tell on you. I'ma laugh, but I'm gonna tell on you too. I say, bitch, you messy. Oh Lord. Anyway, let's see. Mike and Sharice talk. He is divorced, has 3 kids. He says Sharice is cold. So the men talk about who they're feeling. The men are feeling Kayla. A lot of the men said Kayla. And Kayla was giving me, sexy, but also homegirl vibes. I don't know. They also like Jay. Where's Jay? Where's Jay? I guess Jamila is Jay. Jamala is Jay. Jay was at the top of a lot of people's lists. Brandy was at the top of a lot of people's list. Okay. Baby hairs. Okay. Shakira, Looney, and Kay. Okay. Trinika too. Trinika was on the list. Really, they liked a lot of the women. I feel like they like Kadeen and Looney. So they basically liked all of the women with the exception of Sharice and April. And they basically were saying that April was talking about herself mostly, which was so surprising because at the beginning of the episode, it was like April was, hitting it off with a few of the men. And then for her to be in the bottom, I thought that was funny. They also put Dominica in the bottom because, they felt like she was so loud. But the two that ended up being in the bottom was Sharice and Dominica, and both of them ended up being saved, at the last of it. Okay. So yeah, y'all. It was a good episode. When I saw the drama and how the women gonna be getting into it, girl, it looked like it's gonna be a good time. It looked like it's gonna be some messy shit, girl. So I'm looking forward to it. And that's why I came to y'all with the bullshit, because I really didn't know how I was feeling about this show at first. Do me a favor, y'all. Oh, no, I didn't hear Rodney the voice say that. I love Rodney. Tell him I say hey. I didn't even know really about Rodney until, of course, Erica, child, because y'all know I love me some Erica De Niro. Erica put me on Rodney. But shout out to Rodney the voice. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to Belle Collective. All right. Belle Collective is back, girl. Okay, and the girls are excited. The only thing about Belle Collective is I think a lot of us are wondering what's real, what's fake. We're worried. Okay. When we get another Bondy's Boudoir. Child, we're gonna get one. I honestly was supposed to meet up with a friend of mine and talk about the next show. And so many things have been happening that time has gotten away from me, girl. Time has gotten away from me, but I gotta hit my friend Renata up because she was the next person that I wanted to bring on my show. So I gotta talk to her. I didn't like how Swayze was coming after that girl in the yellow dress. Child, none of us did. It was giving insecure. It was giving you felt the way because she hit the nail on the head. Okay. So yes, y'all, let's go ahead and get into Belle Collective. As we see, the dentist, the one lady that we all really liked, she's no longer here. Okay. That's fine. I understand everybody can't do reality TV, so we got new people here. Okay. So we have So Gucci, who's all the way over to the right in that light pink. I don't know how I'm feeling about her just yet, but I know she's entertaining. She seems to tell it like it is, and she's married to JJ from Dancing Dolls. Child, don't even get me started. So I'm excited about seeing that. That's cute. Because we all love us some JJ, child. Okay, pop, lock, and drop it. Do a flip, JJ. Okay. And this lady up here, I don't know who this lady is yet. I don't think we have been introduced to her just yet. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into my notes. All right. So Latrice got new titties. Let's start there. Okay. Her business was in Forbes. Y'all know she's continuing to pull in the shmoney with her wig and weave line. Okay. And we see her in the kitchen making breakfast for Zaddy because they have this very, you know, old ass nigga, young woman, controlling. It was cute for the early 2000s and the late 90s, but now we find it problematic type relationship. Like, I would just go ahead and tell y'all, this was a country girl's dream in the early 2000s to find you a nice looking older nigga with a good factory job with good benefits so you could go and be, whatever you want to be, and he gonna take care of you, and you could just live your comfortable life. You know what I'm saying? That's what the girls was looking for out here in the country. You find you a man with a good job with some good benefits that send him on some water a few months out the year or something like that, so he got to get up out of your face, because those types of men are very controlling. So you can only be controlled for a little while, bitch. You'll be needing a break, nigga. Go to work. Okay. So it's giving that, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the dynamic of that relationship, because even though two people can very much love each other, two people can very much be toxic for each other. You know what I'm saying? And old men that be looking for young women to trap, you know what I'm saying? And young women that feel like they need to make sure they are coaxing an ego constantly. Like, it just all feels exhausting to me sometimes. But I want people to be in love. So do your thing. Okay. We get into how Zaddy has kids all close to Latrice's age. And she says that, his kids and her kind of have a tumultuous relationship. She doesn't get the motherly respect from them. It's like, but you're not their mama. You're not a mother, and you're closer to their age. Why should you get motherly respect from them? I don't get it. But his 18-year-old daughter is living with them. She's more like a friend. That's what you need to be. You need to just be a friend. You need to be a cool homegirl type friend that they can talk to. But his kids are grown. You are grown. They are closer to your age. You're not going to get, like mother vibes from them people. Like, you're just not. Like, hang it up. Don't worry about it. Okay. And then the thing I also don't like about Zaddy is the way they talk to each other. It's very fucked up to me. Him saying that he might do a Glenn because Latrice doesn't want to have children. Latrice doesn't want to have any children. At least not right now with her business doing so well. And he wants her to have a child so she can be pregnant and sit her ass down somewhere so he can control her. Okay, like, child, they do the same thing over and over again. It don't matter how many years niggas been doing it. They gonna continue to try to find them a little young hot tamale to, get so that they can look good to their homeboys and then control her, diminish her, control her, diminish her. Even if she is somebody like Latrice, they gonna find every way possible, including putting a baby in you when you don't want one, to control you and make sure you're not going anywhere. And I find that obnoxious. Because to me, most times men are not the caregivers for children. And so when they proclaim that they want children so badly, if you are not a primary parent, I don't want to hear that from you. Like, we're going to talk about it on Real Housewives of Atlanta tomorrow. But I was listening to Drew talk about that Sonya situation on Watch What Happens Live. And I was just like, Drew, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. And I feel like unless a man is a full parent to my children, meaning that he's already here all the time, he's already, wiping butts, blowing noses, feeding children, dropping them off, combing neat ponytails, picking out clothes. If he's doing everything that I'm doing for the children when it needs to be done and not waiting on me to do it because he a daddy and he don't do those things, yeah. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not compromising on having a child with somebody. I don't think any woman should compromise on having a child with somebody, because I feel like that's way too, you don't compromise on something that the other person doesn't actually have to go through. They don't have to almost die for that child to come into the world. So they don't get the compromise of 50-50 when their life is not in danger. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit y'all talking about. You are not going to die if I decide to have a baby. So you do not get as much of a say. It's not just about carrying the baby. I could die for a baby that I don't really want to have. Also, you can feel like you're in control of me and I'm at home with another young baby and you don't have to worry about me jetting my ass out the door to do what the fuck I want to do that may make you feel uncomfortable because it doesn't censor you. And then you have those babies, and then those niggas get mad at you and resent you for having the babies and not being able to put your attention on them. That shit is mad aggravating too. So you ask for children that you're not going to actively take part in the care of on the day-to-day basis, but it's just a fixture to show that your dick is working and prominent, right? That's why I don't like that conversation. I don't like that conversation. Oh, compromise. What am I compromising about when we're having children? I personally feel like nobody who doesn't want children should have children, y'all. I don't feel like they should. I think women should be very passionate and very serious about wanting to have a child if that's something that they want. I don't think anybody that doesn't want to have a child should have a child. I don't think anybody that's questioning whether they want to really have a child should have a child, especially not in the confines of a relationship when they're already not getting what they need from the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not doing enough as it is, you want me to go and bring a baby into this situation so I can be even more burdened with more shit that you're not helping me with? Like, why? Just so you could feel that you're a big man making your woman have another child so she can go and sit her ass down so you can be more in control and so she can be at your behest. Y'all know that not only when y'all have babies do it make y'all go sit y'all asses down somewhere, but y'all are, in danger of everything. That means that you're more tired. You can get sick. You can't put yourself in harm's way. You can't get angry and act a fool like you normally would because you have a baby to consider inside of your body constantly. Babies are a way for men to be constantly like a alarm system. Babies are an alarm system for these niggas, okay? But you can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. What? Okay? Like, you gotta start this dialogue alone. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Like, oh, girl, on the ultimatum. Yeah, yeah, you gotta really, to me, I feel like you should really love and want your child when you have them because they require so much of yourself. It should never be something that you do for somebody else, especially not a man that's not going to be the full, enchilada when it comes to taking care of a baby. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, if I got a man that I know, like if me and Lyric had a baby and Lyric was what I needed him to be completely, like I'm talking about, we sitting here with a 3-year-old and he holding the baby, okay, rocking the baby to sleep, just finished changing a fucking diaper. And he like, babe, I want another baby. And I'm like, babe, you want another baby? And he like, yeah, babe, I want another baby. Like, and I'm taking care of this one too. Then I'll think about it. I'll compromise. If that's not something that I wanted immediately, I would absolutely compromise because this person is telling me that they're also going to take in the responsibility with me. Okay. Like, that's important, y'all. These niggas will leave you with a baby, married or not. So don't have children that you don't want to take care of by yourself. That's just what it is, y'all. Yep, I was in ICU for days after having my daughter. Child, Country Terrence Howard is trying to trap that lady so she won't leave him when she recognizes how much she is truly worth. Y'all know it. It's always a mind trick, y'all. So that's what we got going on with Latrice and Zaddy. Same old same. Then we got Letitia. Speaking of doing a Glenn. Child, Letitia says that her and Glenn are no longer together. She's staying with her mama. She loving on herself right now. Self-care, losing weight, taking care of her, which she does look good. She looked like she's taking better care of herself. She looked like she lost a little weight. She looked a little younger, okay? I'm telling y'all, you drop some toxic dick and watch your stock go up, okay? Watch your stock go up when the weight has been lifted, okay? But she opened her enterprise that houses several businesses and she does her brunches. So stop playing with Latrice. I'm sorry. Stop playing with Latrice too. But stop playing with Letitia because she is a businesswoman. It's not just about these brunches. Okay. And she's still working at still working on Ferris Street, because y'all know she's really trying to develop this historically Black area in Mississippi, in what is it, Jackson? Child, I forgot. Anyway, but it's been a struggle. She keep getting roadblocks every which way, and that's because they make it hard to revitalize those areas, especially when Black people come calling to revitalize those areas, because you need the permits and you need the okay and outbid and all of this type of shit that goes on, and they'll not sell to you. They'll be waiting for the right white person to come and gentrify the neighborhood before they let the Black people that are already from there live there and revitalize the neighborhoods. Anyway, but she's staying with her mom because Glenn is a liar. He re-proposed to her last season, and the same day was talking to another woman. Okay? The same day was talking to another woman. Okay? But what's her business though? She owns a building that houses other buildings. Okay? I mean, that houses other businesses. I don't know if y'all know, but they're like, people will buy out large buildings and put suites in them for professionals to come and work in. So she owns a building where other people come and rent out space for their businesses. And she also, does her brunch series. Okay. You sell tickets, you put on brunches, you have themes, you have speakers, you have, women who are in certain industry come and speak to those women. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing. It's a thing. So yeah. But yeah, Glenn re-proposed to her, and then that same night was texting some other woman. They are co-parenting their son. Their son is feeling the negative feelings about them not being together. You can tell the son is like obviously bothered when Glenn comes over to the house to pick him up. He looks like he wants to cry. Then you got Letitia crying when he walks out the door. She bursts into tears, and her mom tells her, remember, you got to do what you got to do, because she misses her husband. She misses her life. But ultimately, you going to keep letting this nigga, disrespect you? Like, you going to keep letting him have babies on you and shit? Don't do that, girl. Don't do that. Marie is popping her shit this season. Y'all see Marie with her Nene blonde wig on, okay? She is opening 5, I believe, methadone clinics. She's the first Black woman to do so. She wanted to let us know that she and Essie are not lesbians. She enjoys the peen, okay? And I said, okay, you can enjoy sex with men and still, never mind. I'm going to let her go. I want you to know that Essie being in your relationship with Cedric was really what made people feel that way. Because at the end of the day, a woman that has a man should know not to be all in other people's marriages like that. Even if y'all are homegirls, even if y'all are friends, you overstepping boundaries. Okay. But Marie, Essie girl, if y'all want to act like, everybody was wilding out and doing the most, that's absolutely fine, my good girl. Y'all heard what she said. She want the dick. She and Cedric aren't together anymore either. All her kids and her mom are in her house. Her mom just got out of rehab 3 months ago. So she's getting to know her mom because her mom did not raise her. Marie was raised by her father. Marie is a glutton for punishment, it seems to me. I don't know why she does this to herself, but I feel like she is constantly putting everybody on her back to carry them. And I don't know why she's doing it. And I wish that she would stop. She said her son is in school. So this is a sad part. So one of her son's baby moms was killed 3 days prior to the scene we're taping. And so now that child is Marie's responsibility, because I guess that little girl didn't have no mama that would take care of that child. So now she's taking care of all, 4 of the grandkids by her son, who is in college. And so when he comes in with the little boy, Jerez, her son comes in with the little boy to talk to her. And he's still shocked by his baby mother being killed. And do you know that this lady said that your only job is to Your only responsibility is school and staying positive. She got the rest. I said, Marie, if that ain't the dumbest shit I have ever heard, and I'm going to tell you why it is so fucking stupid for your son's only responsibility to be school. Because he got 3 or 4 motherfucking kids, Marie. A boy that has no children should only be responsible for his education and himself. But a boy that goes and puts his penis in 3 or 4 different girls and has a whole bunch of babies in the span of 2 years cannot rest on his laurels and only worry about school. You are setting yourself up to constantly be responsible for that big grown ass son of yours by not making him fully responsible for his children. I don't give a fuck what he was supposed to do with his life. When he decided to have those children, he now decided that he was going to have to figure out how to fucking multitask. I hate to curse this much, but it really bothers me the way you feel that this is the way you should be raising him. To continue to take responsibility off of his plate, even though he continues to add it onto yours. I would never say to him, your only responsibility is school. The girl was 15, 16 years old, so he impregnating underage girls, and you're responsible for the babies. If you don't go get that nigga snipped, Jerez would have to go and get a medical procedure done to stay in my house and for me to continue paying for school and all of these children. Because you would not bring another motherfucking child into this household. You going to get a vasectomy. I'm going to go with you and you going to get it. Or you going to get your ass out of my house. And I ain't paying for shit. I'm not paying for a fucking thing. Not one thing. The problem that y'all have is y'all seem to think that you're supposed to take care of your children like they're children for the rest of their lives. No, you're not. When your son is reckless with his penis, you need to take away all of that you do for him. Take it away. Take it away. He doesn't feel the responsibility because you do it. Stop doing it. If he don't get a vasectomy and get the fuck out of your girl, that little boy would have got a vasectomy after baby number 2 if it was me. I'd be damned if you bring 4 small children into my house with 4 teenage girls on top of it. He would be working. He would be tired as a motherfucker. When I tell you that nigga wouldn't have time to fuck nobody, the way I would be like, school, work, children. School, work, children. This is the life you decided to choose when you decided to have unprotected sex with all of these girls. Y'all are going to stop making the girls the only ones responsible for these children. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Okay? And I am so bothered by the fact that Marie is just constantly packing the shit on her back. Packing the shit on her back. It is, I just cannot, y'all. I cannot. How can he help the other baby mothers if he's just going to school and probably without a job? It's giving deadbeat. It's absolutely deadbeat. And he seems high in every scene we see him. She owns a home care business, doesn't she? That would be the best thing for him to do. Because what are you doing at school? Marie needs therapy. She do. Yep, baby number 2 would have been a cutoff. Schoolwork children. Those are his children, not Marie's. The fuck? Child. My brother had a child in high school. He got a job at a fast food place. My parents weren't playing. I bet you he doesn't have a bunch of kids everywhere. Okay? Child. He needs to be working full-time down to the UPS or FedEx and taking a class or 2. Graduating college gonna take him some years. Right. Because see, if you wouldn't have had no children, you would have been able to just focus primarily on school. But that's not a luxury that you are now going to have. Last season, didn't he curse her out and punch holes in the walls when she tried to cut him off? It ain't no try. It ain't no try. You can get mad and punch holes in the walls all you want to, and I'll call the motherfucking police on you, and they can come down here and get you. Y'all have got to learn at some point that these young men make the decisions that they make because they know you are going to back down. They know you're going to save them. They know that they can manipulate you into doing what they want for you to do, even as mothers. They will cry and make you feel bad and try to guilt you for whatever they daddy didn't do and all of this bullshit just so they won't have to be responsible for the decisions that they make, and you gonna sit up here and allow it. Girl, I'm tired. Popping your shit, but got Jerez big grown ass sitting in front of you with another fucking baby for you to be responsible for, as you tell him that all he has to worry about is school, as if he didn't go around impregnating half the high school. I gotta go. Girl, Tambra. Let's talk about Tambra. Tambra, midday queen. Okay, she's selling immunity tea. All right, and she and Demand are back together. She went and had surgery for her fibroids. She thought she had like a few. It was 39 fibroids that she had removed. I'm so glad that went well. But you do over enunciate your words. It's hilarious. Okay. And then you had Letitia sit down with her interior designer. I forgot the lady name, y'all. What's Letitia interior designer name? Old messy ass. Girl, she just showed up looking real tired because she wants Letitia to know that she fucking Demand. Demand is known as greedy or something like that. That's what he's normally known as. But she had to come to her with the bullshit and tell her that she been fucking with Demand for a while now, for years. Tasha, that's her name, Tasha? Okay. So y'all, Treese has a high fashion tea. And we introduced the new girl, So Gucci, real estate agent, JJ's wife. She's also a trainer. And she says she has the perfect life. I say, okay, so you're delusional. Got you. Letitia mentions Marie not being invited. Letitia, can you stop? Can you stop? Letitia, you know Marie done rubbed everybody the fuck wrong. Let it go. Let it go. How you gonna be mad at Latrice because she ain't invite Marie to her event? Girl, you invite Marie to your events so she can tear them up. Okay? So Gucci said that, listen, her season is up. Some people come in your life for a reason in the season. It is just not time for them to be in season together. And I understood. I was like, so Gucci, you ain't lying, girl. That was true. Tambra starts talking about not being able to elevate until you let some people go. And Letitia asked if she still, so are you still with Demand? I said, Letitia, did Tambra do something to you? Because you coming at her like you trying to let the frustration from Glenn out on her or something like that. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on. Do I have any moderators in here to handle the spam? Because they keep coming back and I'm just getting tired. So do I have any of my moderators in the room? Shantia, did I see you? Crystal, are you one? I can't remember. I don't be wanting to give people responsibility they don't want. But I thought I had a moderator in here to help me with this because it's doing too much. Okay, they keep coming back. I didn't block them like 10 times during this live. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, Tambra starts talking about, letting people go. And Letitia asks if she's still with Zaman. And she says, yes, me and Zaman are still together. And she starts questioning if Zaman is serious about Tambra. And Tambra's like, yes, the only problem is we haven't gotten married. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think I had no mods in here today. Oh, that sucks. 700 people and not a mod. Okay. It don't. Thank you. I appreciate it though, but it don't be helping, Mary. I don't know why, girl. YouTube need to help us with the spam accounts. Okay. They do way too much. Okay, so like I said, she starts questioning if Demand is serious about Tambra and getting married. Tambra is confident. Okay, she's the only one that Demand wants. Tambra says that she and Demand have never had unprotected sex. Now, mind you, Tambra and Demand actually went to the doctor together to talk about fertility and having a baby, but they're not having unprotected sex. So what's the issue? How you want to have a baby with a man? And that's what I think this was. She's telling him if Oh yeah, you're right. I will. Hold up. She's telling him that if you really want to have a baby and do all of this with me, I guess you need to put a ring on my finger in order for me to start having unprotected sex with you. But I personally feel like, are we having a real honest conversation? Is this a real honest conversation? Like, do we really feel like Timbra is going to be able to vaginally have a baby like in her womb? Like, do we think that? Do we think that? I don't know. I don't know. Cause I thought, it was given, I might be a little too old for that. That's what it was given. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But if she can, girl, if your doctor says you can still have these children, then girl, live your life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, right. She froze her eggs, but isn't she still gonna carry it or she gonna get a surrogate? Girl, I don't know. So she waiting on this man to marry her before she unfreeze her eggs, and he out here playing around with Tasha. Okay. All right, girl. Letitia says a ring won't keep you from getting cheated on. And then she starts talking about wanting to know if Glenn is the baby daddy because she would want to take the lady baby. I said, girl, what the fuck is you talking about, Letitia? Letitia, you have a child of your own. You are not going to replace that lady and act like she didn't happen so you and Glenn can have another fake delusional happy ending until he cheats on you with another bitch. I know that the baby is 10 years old. I think the son is old, like no, 8. The son is 8. So he cheated on her years ago and had this baby. So this has been going on for a long time. And he's still been cheating because the night he reproposed, she saw that he was texting another woman. So if that was happening, that means he's been consistently cheating on you the whole time. But when they talk later on, Glenn is going to act like the cheating happened in the past and it's over. Okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. The fibroids and her age will make her a high risk. So I guess she's gonna get a surrogate. That's what I would think. Tamara probably gonna get a surrogate. Okay. But still, I just kind of feel like I don't know why, but I have felt like Tamara didn't really want to have a baby since the first season. It's felt like that. Protected sex for a long time equals doubt of being in a real relationship. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Like, it ain't really real. And it's something that you do every now and again, but you can't trust him because he a hoe. Just like we are finding out that he is. Glenn does give Lil Boosie, okay? A cuter Boosie, but yes, Boosie nonetheless, okay? So Gucci said, well, let him take care of his own damn baby. You don't take that baby, girl. What the fuck wrong with you? I was like, okay, so I like So Gucci. Just this first episode, I'm feeling the things that she's throwing out there because she seems to be the lone person that wants to say the things that make sense in the moment. So then we see Glenn bring flowers to Letitia's new office. He's so proud of her, but he needs his wife home. She doesn't think he's capable of being a one-woman man. And, he got frustrated with her like she tripping. It's like you was still texting people when you re-proposed to her, nigga. That means she can't trust you to a real serious degree. He says that she's trying to make him out to be a bad guy. That was a red flag to me. I'm not trying to make you out to be anything. You cheated on me and had a baby on me. And now you're asking me to take you back, but simultaneously, you're telling me that I'm making you out to be a bad guy because of what you're doing to me. Letitia, run. It needs to be over. I know that you missed a good dick. I know that you miss having you a man at home, Savannah girl, but get you some sex toys, get you some self-help books, get you a therapist, and find you a new nigga. Okay? Glenn needs to be let go of. I don't care how long y'all been together. Glenn says things that lets me know he is not to be kept. He is not to be kept. Do you hear me? That man told you that you were trying to make him seem like a bad guy after he was bringing you flowers to apologize because you found out about the 8-year-old child he's been hiding from you. But you're making him out to be the bad guy. I really can't stand when people do that. They do something wrong to you. And because you put up boundaries to protect yourself, now you're making them out to be a bad guy. Now you're bashing them. Nigga, you are a bad guy. I don't have to make you out to be anything. I don't have to make you out to be anything. Anyway, she wants to know what made him feel comfortable enough to have raw sex with that woman and then turn around and have raw sex with her, because he did. Glenn admitted to being a little toxic, which is a huge red flag. To me, it says, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to dick you down. I'm going to come home. I'm still going to do what I want to do, though. That's what it's given. And it's given, I'm going to try to be better at lying. That's what it's given. And she's given, I want a man so bad. I miss having a man so bad. I miss my family so bad that I'm going to take him back, even though he's showing me that he hasn't learned anything with the things that he's saying. So, yeah. It's sad. It's all very, very sad. But Belle Collective was given on the first episode, y'all. So we're about to get into the very last episode of Love and Marriage DC, girl. This is the reunion part 2 we about to get into. I'm gonna go ahead and sip some more of this champagne. Y'all gonna like this video, and we go ahead and move on. He claimed playing basketball is his job. Who? Girl, I don't know. Like the video and tell me when you. I would just like to say on Glenn's behalf, don't do him like this. I would just like to say everything isn't giving Martell hope. Even though Nickel Baby, I see you and I understand, but I want y'all to recognize that Glenn has a job. Glenn has money. Glenn pays bills. Let's not do Glenn like Martell. Martell needs somebody to help him pay bills, okay? Glenn is capable of doing that all on his own. He may be a hoe, but he gonna pay his own bills. Let's not do Glenn like that, okay? So let's go ahead and move on, y'all. Y'all like my Love and Marriage DC? Because I had to put Winter in there. I don't know what they thought was going on, but I had to get Winter. I had to get Winter in there, girl. I don't know what y'all thought y'all was doing by giving us a cash shot without her, but y'all fucked up, because at the end of the day, y'all cast wasn't shit without the lady on the end. Are we ready? Because did y'all tell everybody I'm about? So I'm gonna just go ahead and say that a part of my therapy is to tell it how I see it and not make any apologies for it. I am open to being wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. But I took my notes. I watched this show. And let me just tell y'all, Winter does have receipts, some of which I have seen. I will not divulge because I don't do that. I tell y'all all the time, I get tea early sometimes and just don't spray because that's not my way. Okay. I handle people how I want them to handle me. Okay. And I wouldn't spray nobody information because I wouldn't want nobody spraying me. But once the information is out, we can talk about it. Okay. And I'm going to just keep it a book. All right. So most of the things that Arena said in her interview with DJ Richie Sky was shit that I and the ladies had found out about right after our interview with Winter, because she told us. She told us that Jamie was a police detective. Okay. She told us some other things too. Okay. One of the things she told us, I don't know if Arena talked about it, but did Arena talk about her infidelity in the DJ Richie Sky interview? Because I saw that clip and I was like, Arena is going to make my ass itch in this interview. So I'm not going to watch it because it's going to upset me. I don't like delusional people. And to me, whenever Ashley and Arena talk, they give delusional. They think they're not giving delusional, especially Ashley. She thinks she's being very direct, but no, you're not. You're conflating. And so it's still giving delusional. Like, to me, the idea that y'all can sit in front of me and tell me that y'all have never had any issues in y'all relationships as far as infidelity, but then tell us during the season that y'all had cheated on each other. Yeah, I can't trust anything that either one of y'all as couples are saying. I can't. Because y'all have said on the show that y'all cheated. Both couples, Ashley and Quick, Arena and Jamie, have both admitted to doing shit during the relationship. But when Winter says, I have receipts, everybody wants to now act like she's destroying families and she's lying. She's not lying. If the truth can destroy your family, it's not her fault, it's yours. And that's another thing I can't stand. Y'all will get mad at a messenger for telling you the truth, but you won't get mad about the truth. So we'll get mad that somebody said Jamie cheated, but we won't get mad that Jamie cheated? Okay, got you. Got you. So I feel like Jamie being a police detective is not a bad thing. But when you add it to us seeing him and viewing him as abusive, do those things not go together? Do we not hear that police officers are abusive to their spouses in high numbers across all racial lines? Across all racial lines, police officers in America abuse their spouses often. So to me, finding out that Jamie was a police detective only validated what I felt about the way he treats Arena and their children that all communicate from a place where somebody has shut them down a lot. They communicate as if they're scared to talk. Is he Baltimore police? Hold up, let me see. Give me a second. I'm going to look and see if he's Baltimore police. Damn, y'all. People be in my DMs hard. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. District Detective of the Year. Y'all, he was District Detective of the Year. DOHDC. What does that stand for, y'all? Y'all tell me. 7th District. He is a decorated detective for the 7th District in DC. So there's that. That's why his son won't be getting jail time. Dad to the rescue. That's also why somebody can be abused and not ever want to say anything about it, because nobody's going to come to their rescue, because they can't call the police, because their husband is who? The police. Which is why he's so emboldened. So when people clock Jamie being abusive on the show with the way he interacts with Arena, he gets on Twitter and tells everybody to kiss his ass, and he'll say and do whatever the fuck he wants to say and do. And so that leads me to believe that you've been emboldened to be abusive. And then when I add that to you being a decorated detective, that means that you got a whole bunch of people to ignore claims against you. You want to know why Bravo passed up on you, Arena? Bravo passed up on you and Jamie because anybody that's looking at y'all that runs that information and finds out about it and looks at y'all and tapes with y'all for more than a few days can see what they're looking at. And to me, I feel like Bravo doesn't want to deal with the liability of you being abused on the set of one of their shows or because of their shows. Nobody wants to deal with that. You know who will deal with that? Somebody like Carlos over there at OWN. They'll deal with that because they imagine that you're going to try to hide things, and you trying to hide things is entertaining. So we can act like the reunion is hilarious. Let's go ahead. Thank you, Charm No Lies, for becoming a member, boo. I appreciate you. Okay, he put his hands on Arena like a controller, a manipulator. He also play fights with her when he's upset. Y'all remember the episode outside of the apartment their little apartment building, the house that they rented out? What is it, episode 2 or 3? They brought that episode up. No, they brought up how he talked to her in front of his business partner. They didn't bring up how during the scene he was doing like a lot of little pushing and tapping at her. And I have said, and I have noticed that men that like to play fight in moments of contention with women usually have anger issues and are trying to get it out without actually hitting you. but they want to. They want to hit you, but they know they shouldn't. So they're going to play. Jamie is retiring per Arena. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. I'm sure it's the perfect time for him to go ahead and move on from that to the next stage of life. Okay. And the next stage of life is dressing real flashy on reality TV and being the perfect little couple so Arena can finally get her shine on so she won't leave him, because abusive as he may be, he does not want Arena to leave him. As much as they may be sister and brother and he may not know how to eat the cooch, they do not want to break up, period, because their relationship is beneficial for both of them now. See, Arena has found her shine on social media, being so beautiful, being her age, being with a nice looking man that's in good shape and dresses nice, probably smell real good. This is something that she can now have her shine with. Both Quick and Jamie, I think, got on this show to give their wives the opportunity to get the shine that they never get in their families and in their relationships. They get to be front and center. And the men are doing this because the men are now at a point in their lives where they've ran these women through the fucking washing machine and a dryer. And these women probably are at the point in their lives where they're this close to leaving these niggas. Because once women have been fucked over for a long time and they get to a certain age, they be on that, nigga, I swear I will go 60 to 80 without your fucking ass. Okay? If this continues to feel bad for me, I will go 50, 60, 70, and 80 by my fucking self before I stay in this house and be unhappy with you for another 20, 30 years. Women get to a point like that when they get to a certain age. And men know that. Women sometimes don't even have to say it. Another thing that I heard was that Quick and Ashley weren't together at some point before the show started, which makes sense to me because I've been telling y'all this whole time that it feels like Quick is trying to earn Ashley back. So everything he does seems as if he's trying to like ultra correct, because Ashley has told him, I will fucking leave you. I was already gone. I came back for this opportunity and to maybe work on this marriage, but I will leave your fucking ass. Okay? I feel like real nigga shit behind the scenes, Jamie and Quick have both felt the fear that their wives are going to leave, which is why this show happened, which is why everybody wants to do what they can do to placate the wives so the wives won't leave. This shit was cute to dog them out when these men were in their early 40s and their 30s. It was cute to dog their women out in those ages. But now that these niggas are getting old and it's not as attractive anymore, and the younger women aren't coming at them as much as they used to, because now there's another set of younger old niggas to fuck with. Okay, y'all are aging out. And so now y'all are going to hold on to y'all wives. Y'all are now going to find the value and the love and the energy that y'all could not find throughout the first few years of y'all marriages. Y'all going to find it now because y'all don't want these women to leave y'all. Because essentially these women are still very valuable to y'all. Not just as people to take care of y'all, but both Ashley and Arena are extremely beautiful and make their men look good just by being with them. Okay? So that's my first read off rip. All right, now let's get into it. So confusion over a man in Winter's life. So Ashley and Quick were cursing Winter out and basically making it seem as if her friend, who she pretends that she's just friends with, she's having sex with him. She's pretending to be, the holy roller and be abstinent and all of this. And it's like, at the end of the day, I don't think that Winter is at a point anymore where she needs to lie about being abstinent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she has to do that. It doesn't feel that way to me. Because she even said if she wanted to, I think she even said that her and her friend are attracted to each other. In some respects, something could happen there. Nothing's happening currently, but if it did, she would just say that something was happening. She wouldn't lie about it. So them trying to make it seem like you just, you're fake and you're really fucking him, but trying to make it seem like you're abstinent. He's talking shit about our relationship. Whoever the friend is, he's friends with Winter, and he has a friend that's friends with Ashley and Quick. So Quick basically says that friend was trying to get them to talk to Winter. So from what I understand, this is what made me mad at Arena this past weekend. Winter hit everybody up and was trying to let them know what the receipts were that she had. Okay. She had said she had receipts. Everybody wanted to know what those receipts were, but she didn't want to say it on camera. So she came at them in the DMs to let them know what receipts were out there about them, what receipts she had. Everybody, Arena, I'm gonna say Arena, but it seems as if everybody took her attempt to give them the info on what she knew about them. They took it as, oh, she trying to blackmail us, or she trying to be messy. But at the end of the day, if Winter wanted to be messy, Winter could have just put the shit out on from jump. As soon as they started to drag her on the show, as soon as she felt like Monique wasn't standing up for her and wasn't being a real friend to her in the way that she felt that she deserved, the way a lot of us felt like she deserved, she could have sprayed everybody then. Because she does have receipts, y'all. She just won't put them out. Because she doesn't want to. Because a lot of times when you actually put the receipts out, you're still going to be seen as the bad guy. So it makes more sense to never be the one to put out actual factuals on other people's relationships. It's better to just be like, well, I've heard rumors too. You talking about rumors, but do you know for fact if it's true? You bringing up lies? No, I know it's true because I've seen the receipts. Oh, where the receipts at? I'm not putting that out. That's not my place to put that out. If you want people to know the truth about your relationship, Quick and Ashley, Jamie and Arena, then y'all should tell everybody the truth. But don't try to make me a scapegoat. So instead of dealing with the problems in y'all relationship, y'all can make me out to be the bad guy for putting it out there. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to continue to make Winter out to be the bad guy. That's why they wanted her to say what the receipts were. Because if she was going to put it out there, they weren't going to deal with what was being said about their relationships. They were just going to come at her for being so foul, for being the person to put it out there. The whole reunion show, it was kind of made to me to understand that y'all came up with this idea that y'all were going to get y'all asses on a reality show and protect each other from y'all secrets coming out. And so Chris reiterated many times that he called Winter, that him and Monique got on the phone with Winter after the fact to let her know that they weren't going to have a messy reality show. And I would just like to know, what type of reality show did you think you were going to have? I don't know what y'all thought, but I mean, I can't wait to talk to Monique and try to get some type of understanding, because I think it was so unrealistic for y'all to get on this show and think y'all were going to be able to protect everybody from their tea coming out. Because that's what it sounds like. Y'all were going to use Winter as a friend of the show as entertainment. She was going to spray her information. She was going to talk about her personal business. And then y'all were going to then make her an adversary, make her out to be the drama, become friends over making her out to be the bad guy. And then she exits off season 1. And season 2, y'all are able to come back with maybe a new cast member to make out to be the bad guy. It's giving Real Housewives of Potomac. Monique. It's giving Real Housewives of Potomac. That's what it's giving. It's giving, we're going to be a clique and we're going to bring people in that we can bully and fuck over to make them out to seem like they're extra. They're trying real hard for clout, when really we've been gaslighting them. We've been treating them like shit. And then when they react to us, we're going to make them out to seem like the bad guy so that we can retain our position on the show as people that can be loved and hated at different times. I know I'm right. You ain't got to tell me. But I'm just sitting up here like, I don't know if y'all will get a second season. I hope that you guys get a second season, Love and Marriage DC. I want y'all to get a second season because I want you to come back and show me what you're going to do with our Winter. Because something makes me feel like if y'all do come back for a second season, y'all are going to do the we're not going to tape with her thing that they did to Monique on Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all are going to not tape with her. So y'all are going to make it hard for her to come back to the show. I've already seen Jamie and Arena during the interview with the Jasmine brand talking about how they're going to have a conversation with production about editing before they come back or sign a contract. Y'all are overvaluing yourselves. Y'all are overvaluing yourselves. It's only your first season. If you think you're going to have a conversation with production about editing and it's going to do something, you're delusional. And that's what I was talking about with Jamie and Arena. I think Arena only is delusional because Jamie is delusional. I don't think Jamie has any real sense of self at all. Because if he did, he'd realize that editing did not do it to him. He did it to himself. Monique, you feel like editing didn't show enough of you, didn't show enough sides of you. What sides were they supposed to show that we did not see? That's what I want to know. And I'll ask you that when we talk tomorrow. Okay? Okay? We're supposed to be interviewing her tomorrow. We're supposed to be interviewing Monique tomorrow. And I'm going to talk. And I'm going to have questions. Because y'all know I love Monique. But I'm going to have to call a thing the way I always do. This was not played well. You over strategized. like you do because you overthink. She over strategized this season, if you ask me. Because Ashley is not a real friend to you. Ashley already views you as competition. She already views you as somebody to topple at some point. It's just not beneficial for her in the first season. But eventually, she's going to make you her adversary because you're the queen of the show. It doesn't even matter that it wasn't mostly about you. You're still the most known on the show. You're the queen of the show, even now. So when y'all come back, I'm really interested to seeing what's going to happen. No, Monique is a Libra. That's why we get along. Jamie, thank you for the super chat. Editing actually did them a huge favor. They really think that. They really think editing fucked them over. Let's get back into the notes, child. Anyway, Ashley says she would never bring a rumor that would break up a marriage. Winter says you came at me first. Ashley denies it. I'm gonna just say what I've been saying. Ashley is grandstanding. Nobody brought up a rumor that would ruin your marriage. You already said that you heard rumors. Winter said she heard rumors. Y'all were trying to call her bluff, asking her what rumors. Did she have receipts? She said yes. Actually, Winter was friends with a woman who worked with Quick, who said that she had an affair with Quick. I believe every word of it. Ashley, you saying that you would never bring a rumor up about a marriage? Yeah, of course you wouldn't do it on this show because y'all made a pact. But you were okay with making Winter out to seem like a scammer. You were okay with making her out to seem just as fucked up as her husband for lying to her and his partners about who he was. Y'all were okay with shaming her about it. Y'all clowned her about her job. Like, you absolutely started it with Winter at that dinner. Everybody knows that y'all started it with Winter at that dinner. And Monique, you saying that, Winter didn't have to say all of that at y'all little lunch. You laughed every time she said something, even though later on you came back and said that you didn't like that she was talking about people's husbands. You know, if that wouldn't have happened, y'all show would have been boring, right? You know that if she had not called DJ Quick, DJ Fun Size, and called Jamie Red Light Special, if she had not called them that, the show would have been boring. Y'all would have had nothing to talk about besides them dragging you for you trying to get your husband to see your point of view in y'all's relationship. You would have been the only person being dragged, and then they would have called your show boring. Because Jamie and Arena and Ashley and Quick are not being honest about what's going on in their relationships the way you and Chris are. Y'all are not. Like, and that's the fucked up part. You're going to defend them, even though they allowed for you and Chris to be the only two people showing genuine interactions on this show. Ashley and Quick were faking and showing y'all the version of themselves they want y'all to see. Jamie is so scared that y'all are going to see how terrible he is. He's overcorrecting himself and Arena and showing us that she's scared of him just by constantly talking over her. He doesn't allow her to speak. And then when she talks about all of the things she had to do as a mother, he has to tell her that she's remembering it wrong because it makes him feel like he's not being seen as the great dad that he's supposed to be seen as, but that he's obviously not. It doesn't mean you're not a good dad, but if you don't know Braille, if you didn't learn Braille like your wife did, if you didn't make the sacrifices to be there for your son like your wife did, I don't want to hear from you about how you trying to make it seem like I'm not a good dad. Nobody said that. But show that lady some appreciation for doing more than you were willing to do for y'all son. And you don't want to admit that, but that's the truth. Let's see. Carlos says it's his job, out of respect for the couples, to ask if there is tea so it can be spilled and we don't have to talk about it anymore. Carlos, why you keep lying to these people? You know that's not how this works. If tea is spilled, we're going to talk about that tea until we're bored of talking about it. Do you hear me? Melody and Martell, that shit been out for years now that Martell cheated on Melody. Bitch, it's still on the blogs today. They divorced, not together, but we still, every time Martell pop up with a bitch, it's popping up on the internet like he cheating on Mel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, no, you're not going to be able to live it down. That's why you don't get on reality TV if you don't want thousands or millions of people trying to come at you about your personal decisions or mistakes that you've made in your life. That's why people don't get on reality TV. So when you get on reality TV, you understand that whatever comes out about you is a truth, a fact, and they just going to have to deal with what it was. That's what it was. Thank you, Charm No Locks, for the super chat. I just want Winter to backslide one good time and cuss them the fuck out. I want her to too. Okay. So the couples looked scared when Winter said she had photos, texts, and records. Everybody was quiet. They have been drilling her ass for the whole episode, y'all. They were drilling her ass. And as soon as she said she had photos, texts, and records, everybody was fucking mute. I didn't hear a word. Ashley did the blank face thing. Quick was looking down at something. Jamie did the I'm trying not to show that I want to kill somebody face thing. And Arena goes dead behind the eyes. I don't know what Chris and Monique do in these moments. They normally just don't say anything. Okay. But they blame Winter for not saying the rumors, but confirming there are rumors. Like, y'all can try to blame Winter about the rumors about y'all marriages, but those rumors were out there before she said anything. People told me that Quick was cheating on Ashley as soon as they came out that the show was going to be out. People were telling me that there were rumors about Quick and Ashley. And then, I mean, I'm waiting on y'all to spray Ashley too, because everybody got tea. Everybody got tea. Okay. Because I haven't heard y'all talk about Ashley's tea yet. From what I understand is public record. I ain't gonna tell y'all about it because I told y'all I don't do that. Because it's not even a big deal like that. But it, when she's saying records, I'm waiting on somebody to pull it up. And that's just because somebody hasn't paid for it yet. But they will eventually. If y'all get a second season, if y'all continue to do this thing on social media where y'all go back and forth and y'all say shit on social media that antagonizes the people that watch the show, Jamie, people are going to continue to try to dig shit up on y'all. I hope y'all know that. It's not Winter. Winter didn't dig anything up on y'all, but y'all dogged Winter out. So the people that felt like y'all were being assholes dug up y'all shit, or people who already know y'all sent y'all shit to her. They did. That's what happens on love and marriage shows. I don't know if y'all have noticed. Y'all can blame Winter. It's not Winter's fault. The viewers who know y'all, the viewers who y'all don't know y'all, the viewers who watch the show and work down to the records department. All of them people that watch these shows, they get emotionally invested. And if they don't like you, they're going to dig up your tea. And if your tea is public record, then what the fuck is you mad at Winter about? Especially if she ain't put it out. I wonder what a random mother really thinks about her husband Jamie, and had she seen the abuse. Child, she probably giving Tina Turner vibes. Every time Arena try to leave, her mama tell Jamie where she at. Yeah, she on her way over here. You can come get her. Anyway, like Jamie being a police officer makes me feel like nobody could do anything. Nobody could do anything. And people probably relied on him to come to the rescue. They get in trouble, they can call Jamie. Yeah, like I know niggas like Jamie. No, everybody was gonna act accordingly with Jamie because Jamie is a black police officer you can call for help. Even if he is abusive towards his family and his wife, it's somebody you can call when shit go down. So if her immediate family knew, nobody was really going to say anything because he is of value to the people in her family. So she just going to have to deal with it. That's how these things go. Quick says he never cheated on his wife. Quick, you already told us you cheated on Ashley. So why are you saying you never cheated on her during the reunion show? Y'all lying for no reason. Y'all lying about shit y'all have already admitted to. That was dumb. Jamie says that person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. That girl is with him every day. Like, your wife is not a girl. Let's start there. Second of all, people don't need to know you in order to know you're a cheater. Quick says people send Ashley stuff all the time. It isn't true. Y'all be telling on yourselves. I don't even know what to say. Mel Lee, thank you for the super chat. I just found Ashley's records on Maryland case search. It's free, child. Don't be mad at me. I ain't look it up. Okay, listen. I'm just saying. Anyway, Quick says people. Oh, yeah. Jamie asked why she brought that up. Monique asked if Winter is acting. That was the thing that annoyed me. I was like, y'all really gonna sit up here and act like Winter is being so fake and phony and so different behind the scenes that she is on the camera? Is that what we're gonna act like? That's not real. No, she's not acting different. She's not acting different. I feel like Winter is pretty much the same no matter how you slice it. Slightly opportunistic, yes. Most people are. They're supposed to be. But do I feel like she's just an all-out liar? No, I don't. I feel like she is one of those, church lady girls that's gonna act, they're gonna try to clean it up if they can. They don't want to have confrontation usually, but they'll get you together. They'll get you together. You know what I'm saying? When needed, and when there aren't cameras around, evidence for their mom to hear them cursing your ass out. You know what I mean? So when Monique said that shit, I was like, well, that's bullshit, Monique. You know for a fact that girl is not faking the funk. But y'all are basically throwing her to the wolves so that y'all don't have to be real about the shit that's going on in y'all relationships, even though y'all decided to come on a reality show that is known for spraying people's relationship drama. Then Chris says they don't do rumors. Once again, why would y'all get back on a reality show? What did y'all think it was going to be? Love and Marriage is about rumors. Nothing fuels Love and Marriage Huntsville like the rumors about everybody on it. And usually the things that people decipher are not from rumors. The things that people decipher about the people on Carlos shows is from what they show. And that's why Carlos is so smart and so good at being the executive producer, because they know when people can't help but to show their hand. Y'all can't help but to show y'all hand. Y'all think y'all are producing yourselves. Y'all think by not talking about things that happened in the past and y'all's relationships that y'all are protecting each other. But the truth of the matter is a lot of y'all are still dealing with the issues that y'all have had in y'all relationships. So just being on reality TV is telling people the truth about y'all's relationships, whether y'all like it or not. Okay? And that's specifically for them right there. Because I really do feel like Monique and Chris, for the most part, were being honest about what they were going through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were having those conversations on camera. Whereas I feel like, how many times did we actually see Ashley and Quick in their house having conversations amongst themselves? Barely. Their whole situation was about Ashley's book, which wasn't even as big as their fight with Windsor. The biggest thing about Ashley and Quick on this show was their fight with Windsor. They gave nothing else. Jamie and Arena, they so fucked up in real life that they couldn't help but to give to us because he's abusive and she's a victim. Like, it is what it is. Like, she's showing herself to be an abuse victim. He's acting like an abusive man. So they're going to give us something because they can't help but to give it to us. And then Carlos and Jamie are going to try to find a way to blame Arena for it. But the truth of the matter is, and I said Carlos because he framed the question 2 times, saying that Arena was making it look like Jamie was a bad husband or Jamie was abusive. No, we're watching the show with our fucking eyes. Okay? We're watching the show with our fucking eyes. Okay? And that's why we can see what's going on with Jamie and Arena. That's not based off rumor. Nobody even cares about the cheating. Nobody cares about the cheating, y'all. Y'all think everybody cares so heavily about the cheating. If somebody is being abused in their marriage, in their family, in their relationship, cheating takes a back seat. It just does. Nobody cares. Like, and the only reason the cheating even matters with Quick and Ashley is because they keep saying that it happened and then saying that it didn't happen. So we're like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all are contradicting yourselves, okay? Ashley is running her mouth about Winter. Winter couldn't even defend herself. I don't even really care because I don't care what Ashley was talking about because Ashley was just running her mouth angrily so that she could shut Winter down and make it seem like she read Winter down. But the truth of the matter is, no, it didn't give what it was supposed to give. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. You know what it gave? So on reality TV, whenever somebody doesn't have a storyline for real, or when they're trying to hide real shit in their lives, they will get in arguments with people who know tea on them, and they'll loud talk, over talk, and walk away so that that person can't say what they really want to say. Nene was really good at that on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Over talking loud, screaming, ignoring you, and then completely walking away as to never give you an opportunity to get one up on them in the argument. Because whenever 2 people are arguing, if we're arguing on like real shit, meaning if you got shit to say and I got shit to say, and it's not just one person pulling shit out their ass like some of these arguments usually are, if both people have something to say, they know that it's going to come out. So one person is going to try to make it so that the other person can't be heard. And to me, that's what Ashley and Quick and them were doing to Winter on the stage. It was a way to try to make her out to seem like a bad guy by over talking her and conflating issues so that you're making it so that it seems as if she can't respond. She doesn't have anything to respond to. Like, no, you weren't coming at her just off of facts. You were coming at her to clown her. And you did it before you even knew that she was a relationship specialist or whatever she was calling herself at the time. So the idea that Ashley is like, you're only mad at me because I was coming at you with real questions about what you said was your job. Girl, we know that's not what this is about. That's cute that you tried to act like that's what this was about, but we know it's not about you questioning her job. That's not what this was about. That was cute though. Y'all literally bullied that lady on the first episode. Y'all dogged her out. Your husband made fun of her for her profession. Y'all called her a scammer. Y'all acted like her husband doing her wrong was her fault. When Winter said that y'all were victim blaming her and everybody act like it was a stretch, I never thought it was. To me, it absolutely was victim blaming. If a woman tells you that her husband is a liar and he scammed his business partners and he lied to her about his living situation, she explains it to you. You tell her that it's her fault because she should have seen it. It's victim blaming. It is. Yes, they called her the Winter Swindler. They questioned her mentality and if she was crazy or not several times, which is something that men often do to discount women's, however they feel about situations between them and men. Men will say, oh, she's crazy, to discredit her. And so when Ashley and Arena walk up before even talking to Winter and say, oh, look at her hair, I can tell she's going through something. Are you all right in the head? All of that shit was so y'all can discredit Winter, and it didn't work. But nice try though. It was a nice try. I applaud y'all. Y'all came together as a clique and y'all really tried to, basically pull the wool over everybody's eyes, make yourselves out to be victims in this situation and make it seem as if Winter is just some crazy clout chasing church lady, hypocritical bitch that's hating on y'all, right? That's what it was. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, that's not what happened though. But that's cute that y'all thought that was going to play. Let's continue on. Oh God. Was Monique being messy? Okay. Honestly, I do not feel like Monique was being messy initially. I feel like over time it was just obvious that she was going to be on the side of Ashley and Arena. And honestly, I think it's because Ashley made her feel like Giselle makes her feel, I think. There was a moment where you felt like you needed to apologize for being messy. So you put yourself at a disadvantage to Ashley. Ashley had a little bit of a leg up over you in that moment. And so you apologized and took full responsibility. But also a part of apologizing to Ashley was also having to throw Winter under the bus and pick a side in order for you to get back in the good graces of Ashley. You're not saying it. Y'all aren't saying it, but that's what it's giving. It's giving, I was about to diss the shit out of Monique, but she decided to go ahead and forego her friendship with Winter so that she can protect me and my little bitty husband. So because of that, I'm going to not go at her neck and I'm just going to wait and sit back. And now we're cool and we're friends and I don't have to go at her like that. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Y'all probably are real friends over there, but Ashley gives me strategic mean girl. Arena gives me strategic mean girl B character. She's Gretchen. Winter says she would have bowed out if she knew it would be all of this. And then Monique is like, oh, girl, you love the drama. You are the drama. And if I was Winter, I would have been like, you think so? Y'all think I'm the drama? I'm the drama? Oh, my God. I guess that means I should be in the cast photo next season since I'm the drama. That's how I would have felt. I would have played that shit off. I would have been like, oh, thank God I showed up. Because otherwise, what would you guys have done with your show with no rumors on it? What would you guys have done? Oh my God. Your season would have been cut down to 7 episodes. I'll leave y'all alone, but y'all tried it. Okay. What else happened? Monique says she is a drama. She likes the drama. Monique says she doesn't know Arena and Jamie to comment on them being philanderers when they were on the nightcap. And I was like, I don't know any of these people either. And I can tell that Jamie is abusive. I don't know any of these people either. And I know that most men that have careers that put them around a lot of young women usually means those men are going to cheat on their old ladies at one point or another. Any marriage or relationship that goes about 5 years plus is probably going to deal with some type of infidelity when you have a partner that is either famous or in entertainment in some respect. 5-year plus relationships are always going to deal with some type of infidelity to me if the man is a fucking DJ. So the idea that we needed to know them in order to be clear on the pitfalls they may have dealt with in their relationships, that's a stretch. I don't need to know Jamie and Arena at all. And I can pretty much assess their relationship because everybody gives off the same energy. Like there are certain prototypes, certain personality prototypes that most people have. And there are certain relationship dynamics that most people have, especially between Black women and Black men. A lot of the relationship dynamics are similar. Usually it's one of these three. You're either going to have a situation where y'all think the woman is the bad guy, Monique. Y'all think the man is trying to fix it because he used to be a bad guy. Quick, a woman that has him on the rope because she, she took care of him and did everything she was supposed to do, and now she's threatening to leave him. So now he's acting like he has some sense, but he didn't act like he had sense before. That's the prototype trying to fix it, Jesus. And then you got one over here that does whatever the fuck he wants to do and basically will only stop being terrible with age. Age is the only thing that will slow Jamie and his foolishness down. That's why Arena is freer to speak more now and go out more now and, be in control of her own money and all of that. Now she can have more freedom because now he's too old to fight with her in the way he did when he was a young man. That's usually what happens with abusive men. Y'all, y'all get older and shit. Oh, girl, let me see. Child, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I'm coming. Like the video. Always missing my damn therapy sessions. Anyway, let me see. Where else were we in this? Quick says, wait, hold on. Okay, so Jamie says if it's true, it would destroy their marriages. Would it? I don't think y'all cheating would destroy y'all marriages, but that's cute that y'all think that we think that. Like, nobody thinks that y'all are leaving if y'all got cheated on, Arena and Ashley. Nobody thinks that. Quick says, not him and Ashley, they're solid. Ain't nobody breaking they shit up. Chris says they didn't want rumors on this show. That's why they called Winter on, in private to have a conversation with her. Winter offers an apology. They don't accept it because she talked about Ashley on Instagram as if Ashley hasn't talked Cash Money shit about Winter this entire time. Her and her little bitty husband. All Winter said was she believes that it's possible that they both did shit to each other. Why are y'all that mad about that? Didn't y'all admit it? I can't stand people being mad about shit they've already admitted to. Monique and Winter are not back kicking it. Carlos says the show is not about rumors. Carlos was being facetious when he said that. He was like, this show is not about rumors. And I was like, Carlos, you so messy. Carlos didn't mean that. Carlos knows. Like, that was funny to me. I almost felt like he was playing in their faces when he said that. Like, sure. Sure. It's not about rumors. Sure. Okay. Arena says she and Jamie are different from Ashley and Quick because she always worked. I thought that was shade to Ashley on some slick shit, but I'm not gonna, read too deeply into it. But in excuse me, in mean girl fashion, you guys, mean girls fuck over each other too. Throw little slugs at one another. And I feel like that's what they were doing. When she started going out, he got mad. Yeah, Arena was talking about how when she was a young woman, she was stuck in the house with the kids. Jamie would go on trips. Jamie would go out at night, and she couldn't go because he would act the fool, controlling, abusive. Jamie rolled his eyes. He was annoyed when she said that. He says that she over exaggerates things all the time, and I feel like, no, she doesn't. I don't think she over exaggerates anything. I think you overreact to everything is what I think. She says, I was stuck with the kids when you went out. Quick says he's tripping. Men always get congratulated for doing what women are expected to do. Quick was doing a lot to let us know that he's trying to stay in Ashley's good graces. I also feel like Quick wanted to be more likable to the public, so he knew he could use moments to check Jamie in order to do that. And I feel like he may have to pay for that later on. But the funny thing about men is even when men do things that are just as bad as the things these men get really mad at their women do, like you getting mad at your woman for speaking about her experience in y'all marriage because you feel like it makes you look bad. Quick checking you and telling you that you're wrong, that probably made you feel even worse. But because you're the type of man that only has certain energy for women, I believe that usually when men are abusive towards women, and not all the time, he a cop, so I'm sure he can chest up to any nigga, I'm sure. But because Quick is your friend and it is of value to be friends with Quick, it made me feel like you probably weren't going to express how annoyed you were with Quick, too Quick, when he was on stage telling you that you were wrong for the way you handled Arena, which he did. Okay. And I also don't believe Quick when he says those things, because I think Quick is another one of those men that everything he does is usually out of manipulation. So the things he was saying to me was for Ashley's benefit and for the public's benefit, to not view him as badly as they already do. As much as Ashley and Quick are trying to act like they don't give a fuck about the way the public views them, we're the stars of the show. You know, they're running with a narrative that the public isn't feeling, right? Everybody that I've been watching, for the most part, don't really like the cast as a whole. Even if they don't like Winter, they still felt like Ashley and Arena were on bullshit. Okay. And Monique, they felt like y'all were all on bullshit. Okay. But I mean specifically them in their relationships as it pertains to hiding things. But I feel like y'all know that people aren't really like liking y'all like that. So I think y'all are trying to, I think that was Quick trying to change that narrative for a second, if you ask me. Okay. Jamie feels like Arena makes him look bad. I have said time and time again, he makes himself look bad. She says, did you learn Braille? Did you go to the meetings for the school? Like, you gonna act like I ain't go to no meeting? She's like, okay, you probably went to one meeting. If your kid is 26 years old, he's been blind all of his life, and you went to one meeting, you might as well have went to none. Okay. Ashley and Monique explained that they don't deal with things, talking about, and I said this, Arena and Jamie don't deal with anything because Jamie bullies Arena into getting over it, like she said. So she just goes along, she quiets herself, and she moves on. That's why they're so delusional. They have to be in order to stay in that relationship. Otherwise, child, I would hate to see what would happen if everybody stopped pretending in Jamie and Arena's relationship. But I like the fact that Ashley and Monique tries to explain things to Jamie, but I also feel like everybody on stage can see how abusive Jamie is coming off, and they're lying, acting like that's not what they're seeing. Honestly, y'all, I'm glad that y'all said something on the reunion show, but I feel like y'all felt forced to, because as women, it almost seems irresponsible for everybody to sit there and act like they don't see Arena and Jamie. Like, it's almost irresponsible to sit there and act like nobody's seeing it when everybody sees it. And you can tell that everybody feels the energy of being worried for Arena. Jamie feels like Arena threw him under the bus on TV. I feel like you don't take any responsibility for your own actions or how you come off. You are throwing yourself under the bus. I really wish you would stop blaming Arena for a minute and look in a fucking mirror and realize you're aggressive, you're an asshole, you're a bully, you feel the right to do that. You get on Twitter and tell everybody to kiss your ass when they tell you that you're handling your wife wrong, instead of taking your ass off social media, going to therapy and fixing it. You want to argue with people about it, which only reinforces that they feel like you're as bad as they believe that you are. And I'm going to tell y'all what things got bad for me when their sons came out on stage. Fun with Renika, thank you for the super chat. Hey, love, saw you in Dallas. They saving the cheating for their next season's plot line, because what else can they continue with at this point? Thank you. I appreciate you for coming out. And yes, you're probably right. If they get a second season, they'll probably tell the truth that season when they have no one to scapegoat. Let's see. It triggered him. She makes them look dysfunctional. Jamie, once again, you make y'all look dysfunctional. You make y'all look dysfunctional. When Jason and little Jamie came out, Jason says if Doors, y'all know that's the program he's a part of, didn't approve him to work, he would have went off. And I was just like, okay, all right. I'm gonna do this. Okay, y'all gonna be so mad. Just because you're disabled, it doesn't mean that you can't be abusive. it doesn't mean that you can't be an asshole. So I feel like there has been an extreme coddling of Jason and of Lil Jamie. Extreme coddling. Extreme. I understand he's blind, but I almost feel like y'all have used that to coddle him even more. And y'all view him like he's a child, but he's an adult. And he's talking about getting a girlfriend and talking about flipping out if he didn't get into the school, knowing that Jamie is his father and Arena is his mother, and she's coddled him and he's been raised by an abusive father. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all young girls out there that think you're gonna be with a man and just because he's blind, he won't knock you upside the fucking head. Be safe, okay? Be safe. Because everybody thinks that Jason is a child. And I'm looking at Jason like the grown-ass man that he is. He's just blind. But he's grown. And they baby him. And that's dangerous to me. That's dangerous to coddle and bully someone with a bully too. Because I feel like Jamie is just a bullier. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does in general. He controls everybody around him in order for him to feel in control. That's a part of the makeup of a lot of Black men, especially if they were raised by a father that was like that. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, I was thinking about Ray Charles too. That's why I'm saying that I feel like a lot, oh my God, Jason is so cute. And I'm like, Jason is an adult and Jason speaks as if he has learned a lot from his father. And that made me nervous. I also was wondering why the daughter wasn't there. But I'm gonna tell y'all it's because listen, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I was wondering why the daughter wasn't there. And I feel like they have probably made Jason into a monster. Sorry, gotta go ahead and tell you the truth. You create codependency. Y'all baby grown people, y'all coddle them, y'all put them at a disadvantage, y'all treat them like children, even though they're not children. Yeah, that's absolutely gonna start, that's gonna be an issue for when Jason starts to date and get into relationships with young adult women. And that's why he feels like he needs to have a good job or the show gonna help him get a woman and all of that type of shit. And then you see Jamie crying because, his son is so great. I'm like, your tears about your son should be tears of gratefulness to your wife, Jamie. Because the truth of the matter is, I feel like you probably didn't have the patience to be what Jason needed as a child. As a Black man, you probably were ashamed of Jason because he had a disability. And you probably didn't do a lot of the things that you should have done to help because you were ashamed and because you were angry. And so now that Jason is grown and Arena has done all of the things that she can do to make sure that he is, a grown man that can take care of himself as much as he can, which I feel like she kind of coddled him too much too, but I feel like y'all might be fronting about how much Jason is able to do on his own. But either way, it feels like anything about Jason that you are proud of, you also need to have that appreciation towards Arena, because it was Arena that made it that way, because you didn't have the time because of your job. Remember, that was annoying for me for him to in one moment say that she's talking about the first 2 to 4 years. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You probably were not there for most of it. And you're proud now because you probably were ashamed before. And now you realize you don't have to be. And that was probably a releasing feeling for you. Okay? But essentially, if you're going to have proud tears towards Jason, you need to have grateful tears towards Arena, because you sat there and argued that lady down about what she did for y'all's son and what you were not able to do. And then you turned around and said, well, I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that because of my job. So which one is it? Were you able to be there and do the things that she was doing, or did your job stop you from being able to do it? Which one is it? And Lil Jamie swears him and Jamie are in a better place, but Lil Jamie talks like somebody that's scared to talk. Lil Jamie always looks like he wants to cry. Lil Jamie looks like somebody that's holding a lot inside. And Jason looks like somebody that's allowed to act out. We're not seeing it. But y'all, the energy makes me feel like because Jason has the disability, he's probably allowed to act out however he wants to act out, kind of how Jamie is. And I think Lil Jamie is a lot like Arena and has to be quiet and push things down. I don't know why. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong, but it's what I felt watching. As the child of an abusive parent, I feel like I know what I'm talking about. This isn't coming from a place of judgment. This is coming from a place of recognizing something that I've been through myself, so I know what I'm looking at when I see it. Okay? So when people want to come at my neck and all of that about it, I'm telling you from what I know because I've seen it, not pulling it out of my ass so that I can attack somebody. Because people love to do that. They love to act like when you come at them with what you're really seeing in a situation, like you trying to hate on them, or you pulling something out of your ass, or you're reaching and all of this other shit. When no, things sometimes are very clear to people who have seen them before. That's all. I've seen it before. That's all. Okay. Jamie cries about Jason being a genius. He had dreams for them. Lil Jamie swears he and Jamie are in a better place. Quick says Monique will be mad, but his radio show got syndicated. I said, Quick, why do you think Monique would be mad about your radio show being syndicated just because she just got on the radio? And she was like, no, you paving the way. Like, why would you feel like that? Monique, when I tell you that Ashley and Quick see you and Chris as competition, please hear me when I tell you that. I don't care how many pool parties you don't invite me to that you invite them to. I don't care. But I'm telling you, they see y'all as competition. Because why the fuck would he even think that you would feel a way about his show being syndicated when he's been a DJ and on the radio for years in DC and you just got on the radio? Why would you be mad about his show being syndicated? The fact that he thinks that y'all are in competition in his head, he thinks he's in competition with you as Monique. Not in competition with Chris as the man with the money. No, he's in competition with you, Monique, because you're on the radio. Pay attention to men that will put themselves in an adversarial position to a woman. Pay attention. Because know that Ashley and Quick compete with each other as well in some respect. Because he's already sitting here competing with a woman that was just like, wait, what? Why am I upset? Arena and Jamie had sex last night. It was good. That's all I got. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. I think I stopped watching around this point. They don't like Mo and Chris and they feel inferior to them both. I think so. Thank you, Shago, too, for the super chat. Tell the truth, shame the devil, Bondy. I be trying. I'm just calling it how I see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize, but I'm just telling y'all what I see. I promise it is impossible to be friends with a person who is jealous of you. It will never work. I think we will see more of Tasha when Ashley goes after Monique. Winter said she is Mo's BFF. It will be the Giselle Robin sidekick dynamic. And that would be entertaining. That would be entertaining to see a Monique and Tasha kind of versus the Winter and Arena, but Arena will still be on Ashley's side, but she'll play the middle. Because that's what she does. Just like Winter says she does. Arena does play the middle. It's her personality. She's a Gretchen. Carlos didn't do any favor on this damn show. Listen, who cares about their sex? We see all the rest of that toxic relationship. To me, it was so funny when they was like, we had sex and I'm trying to let him eat the box. Like, y'all have been married for 26 years. Y'all having sex is not a triumph for anybody. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's not a triumph for us that y'all are having sex. Y'all are a married couple from 26 years with 2 adult children. The fact that y'all aren't fucking is a problem. Like the fact that y'all, feel the need to express that y'all are having sex to us. Yikes. Yikes. But yeah, y'all, we supposed to be interviewing Monique tomorrow. The members will get a link tomorrow when we ready. Okay, fingers crossed, everything goes well. Because I have so many questions. I have so many questions, girl. I want to know. I need to understand some things, girl. Okay, because it's really feeling real reminiscent of what Potomac was giving. Um, remember Ashley told Arena they're not friends yet, so they'll fall out next season. That was another thing I clocked, you know. Like, so where are the real friends? Where are they? They all don't like Chris and Monique, but they have to be nice, nasty until they don't need them. I agree. Especially because I feel like Chris is somebody that those men can't punk. Niggas that like to be controlling and like to be pick me niggas and all of that, they can't punk somebody like Chris. So it's best to play on his emotions of him always wanting to see himself in other black men, because that's what Chris will do. The question, thank you for the super chat. It could also be that Son has carried some resentment of his own for not only being blind, but not feeling accepted by his father. I mean, it's probably why they had the same blazer on. They were similar. The nice nasty was evident from day one. Oh yeah, y'all remember when Ashley was trying to give Arena advice on how to fuck her husband? So funny. I thought it was just me wondering why they were telling us about having sex, because they haven't been having any, because they said it was like brother and sister. Ew. Ashley is a teacher with ambition. Ooh, shade. Remember Ash and Quick also was talking about we aren't rich like the Samuels, but trying to downplay them at the same time. Yes. And then at the end of the reunion show, Quick told us he was making more money. Ooh, Lord, Quick, you didn't have to tell us that, sweetheart. You didn't have to tell us you was making more money. Nobody knew how much money y'all were making. It's like y'all are telling us how insecure you are just by throwing information out that nobody asked for. Do you get lesbian vibes from Arena? In a former life, yeah. It's probably why she don't like getting ate. I tell y'all all the time, there are a lot of women that I feel like are more into women than they would like to admit, but as black women coming from a certain time period, they will never admit it. It's sometimes how I be feeling. But yeah, I do kind of get that feel off Arena sometimes. I do. But I'm gonna leave her alone. Because everybody gonna be like, oh, you think everybody gay? I don't. I really don't. But I think more people are than like to admit it. Quick doesn't realize that Monique doesn't care about the radio syndication because she's doing a job for fun. Unlike Quick, who has to work. Bondi called it about them being competitive with the Samuels. Since Ben. Yeah, no, they're mad insecure. That's why they're trying to make themselves like they're trying to make themselves the stars of the show. Remember Mo said Ashley from Potomac are friends. How you friends with someone who says you lost your baby due to drinking? Says a lot about your character. Yikes. Ooh, Lord. Not y'all eating this lady up. No, not everyone. Just her. Child, y'all too funny. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm done. Because vocally, child, I am tired. Please don't forget to like the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. At your mama. Don't add me. Have a good day.